Tough Nietzscheanism, by its very name, emphasizes the masculine aspect of Nietzscheanism. Nietzsche himself was anti-feminist. His philosophy of power, the will to power, tends to be overtly masculinist in outlook. But there is a feminine side to Nietzsche himself and to his philosophy, therefore, as his philosophy is an unconscious autobiography, as he says himself. And as Nietzsche contains his antipodes, his opposites, he therefore contains his feminine side. Overtly masculine, there is a feminine side. He contains both and maintains both by dint of his own philosophy. Because he doesn't throw out the feminine side, and he creates ever greater distance between the masculine and feminine within himself, and therefore within his philosophy, a pathos of distance, a passionate distance between the male and the female, creating an ever widening gulf, and therefore creating an ever greater soul. Where does the feminine manifest in his philosophy? He makes this clear in Zarathustra. The eternal recurrence of the same, the central idea of that work, is feminine. Why? Because it produces eternity. And he describes eternity as a woman, and the eternal return as a ring, a marriage ring, between himself, his masculine side, and his feminine side. The eternal recurrence of the same, which gives him eternity, immortality, is the feminine side of his psyche and of his philosophy. This is why often it's said that the Superman is incompatible with the eternal recurrence of the same, because the masculine side of Nietzsche says that the Superman has yet to come and has never been so far. It is a species awaiting to be evolved. But eternal recurrence of the same, eternity, tells us that everything that has happened has already happened, and everything that will happen has already happened. Because matter is finite and time is infinite. Therefore, if there is such a thing as a Superman, it would already have happened, and will happen again, and is happening now. Eternity, the feminine side of Nietzsche's philosophy, tells us that the Superman has been and will be and always is. But the masculine side of Nietzsche's philosophy, the side that searches for goals, tells us that the Superman has yet to be attained, and we must yearn for the Superman and create the Superman. However we do it. So we see there the conflict between the masculine and the feminine. And this is not a mistake, as some commentators say, that there's a conflict within the philosophy that renders it incoherent. Not at all. By widening the gulf between the masculine and feminine to such a degree, it therefore will be wrought with contradiction, the contradiction which is the very contradiction between the masculine and the feminine. Taken to those extremes, the hugeness of Nietzsche's philosophy carries them both forward. The Superman, masculine, and the eternal recurrence of the same, feminine. Therefore, there is something of the hermaphrodite in Nietzsche's philosophy.